Some founders are starting to realize they got exactly what they asked for from AI: faster work, faster drafts, faster execution. What they didn't get was confidence that the business could move without them checking everything. It's creating a strange new pressure. The business is faster, but it doesn't feel safer. Today, I want to explore why speed and confidence don't always grow together, because making work move faster is very different from making the business operations easier to trust. One of the biggest misconceptions I see around AI adoption is assuming that faster production automatically creates operational relief. Sure, sometimes it does, but many service businesses are discovering something more complicated. The business now produces far more output. That's more drafts, communication, AI generated work, but the founder is still responsible for the reviews, the corrections, and final approval. That's where the pressure begins, because those aren't the easiest parts of the workflow to delegate. They're actually the hardest. They require strong layers of judgment, trust, and accountability when AI starts helping with production. Now, keep in mind the founder is still carrying responsibility. The work changed, but the responsibility for the results did not. I hear it all the time. We're moving faster, but I'm still reviewing everything. I can't tie the speed to margins, and clients expect more for less. The growing gap between speed and confidence is increasing. More output creating more visibility into more operational weakness. I'm seeing a lot more from clients these days. That's a growing gap between that speed and confidence. Businesses are moving faster than ever, but many owners don't trust the workflow enough to stop checking it. I know that's not exactly new, as owners have always reviewed important work, but something is different now. The complexity of how work moves through the business has increased dramatically. Owners are seeing more automation, but they're not seeing a corresponding increase in certainty at the point of delivery. That's creating a very special kind of operational tension. See, owners recognize that speed is increasing, but the confidence in the result, well, that's not improving. In some ways, it reminds me of what happened with voicemail. Voicemail started as a tool that made communication easier. Over time, it became a maze of prompts, recordings, transfers, and dead ends. The technology improved, but the experience often didn't. And that's the risk many businesses are facing today. We find that AI is touching everything from intake and customer service to delivery and follow up. But if confidence doesn't improve alongside speed, the business simply becomes faster at moving uncertainty through the system. Now, most firms assume that if work gets faster, the business should become easier to run. It's not always what happens, because AI accelerates execution. Fortunately, nobody necessarily clarified how confidence gets created. Before AI, ambiguity moves slowly. Today, it moves super fast. A misunderstanding that once took 2 days to surface, sometimes even 2 weeks, might now show up in 2 hours. An unclear handoff that once affected a few deliverables may now affect literally dozens. See, AI didn't create the ambiguity, it accelerated it. And that means operational weaknesses become visible much faster than before. So here is where the conversation moves beyond AI, because the real issue is delivery architecture. Most service businesses can explain what they sell, but far fewer can clearly explain how value moves through the company. Questions like, where does the work enter the business? Who owns it? What defines complete? Who owns the quality? And who owns the outcome if something goes wrong? Now, those questions become much more important once speed increases because speed does not create delivery architecture. It exposes whether effective delivery architecture exists in the first place. And when the answers are unclear, acceleration creates pressure instead of relief. Now, to be clear, recognition of a problem and certainty of an outcome are not the same thing. They may be one of the most misunderstood but important distinctions that founders need to understand today. You can recognize speed, activity, output, automation, but certainty comes from ownership, accountability, trust. Recognition tells you something is happening, and certainty tells you whether your business can trust it. Now, many founders are discovering that while AI increased recognition dramatically, it didn't automatically increase certainty. That's why the business feels faster, but not necessarily safer. Now, partly out of this new reality, founders keep reviewing everything, not because they're stubborn necessarily, but because they've seen enough examples of unconstrained AI to know that output is not the same thing as accuracy. And speed is not the same thing as accountability. AI can generate the work, but somebody still owns the consequences. And right now, that's usually you. That's why the business feels faster, but not necessarily safer, because somebody still has to decide whether the result can be trusted or not. As a strategic reframe, the goal is not faster work. The goal is and always has been trusted delivery. The businesses getting the most value from AI are not necessarily the ones with the best tools. They're the ones with the clearest ownership, the clearest accountability, the clearest quality standards, and the clearest delivery architecture. Because a business that can move faster without increasing uncertainty creates leverage. While a business that moves faster while increasing uncertainty, yeah, that creates pressure. We all know that feeling, don't we? In closing, AI did not create most of these operational weaknesses we see these days. It simply revealed them. From what I see every day, the businesses struggling the most are often not the ones refusing to adopt AI. They're the ones accelerating workflows without clarifying ownership, accountability, standards, and ultimately operational trust. Because speed alone does not create the leverage, and faster work does not automatically make a business easier to trust. We got the speed, we certainly didn't get the certainty. Recognition is not certainty, and the businesses benefiting most from AI are not necessarily the fastest. They're the ones that know how confidence moves through the business. For the Entrepreneur Strategic Briefing, I'm Randy Bridges. I'll see you back here again next week.